everybody, and welcome to Hope Alive 845 The Lounge. Yes, we are here tonight. Our first time ever that we are doing the nice, we're streaming right now on TikTok. We're streaming all over on YouTube and Facebook along as well, too. So tonight we have a special guest. It's the missing person sister, Shanice Harris, the sister's here tonight as well, Tameka Harris. As everybody knows, we're going on 8 years for Shanice Harris, so she'll be here tonight to join us as well. So meanwhile, thank everybody for following us, and we hope that you enjoy the podcast tonight as the real talk starts. Let's get right to our updates.
You can hear it.
Hmm?
You can hear it.
You can hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is that?
Updates. Shanice Harris, May 29, 2017, from Rock Hill, New York. She is still missing. Marvin Gibbs, March 29, 1985, from Fallsburg, New York. He is still missing. Moses Baptist, from August of 2024, from Roscoe, New York. He is also still missing. Jesus Solano went missing on July 13, 2024, from Monticello, New York. He is also missing. Matthew Russo went missing on June 18, 2013, from Monticello, New York. He is also missing. Austin Egan went missing on December 10, 2024, from Monticello, New York. He is also missing. Lara Ewell went missing on January 23rd, 2025, from Liberty, New York. She is also missing. Lieva is also missing. She has contacted us, but we are waiting to hear from her again so we can confirm that she is okay. Joseph Hout went missing on January 17th, 1987, from Ellenville, New York. Boy, wait till Sunday on this one. Our segment is going to be on Joseph Hout on Sunday, and we are going to talk serious about Joseph Hout on Sunday. So make sure you tune in on Sunday night. Derek Hillary went missing on November 7th, 2024, from Manhattan. He is still missing. Cassandra Ramirez went missing on September 19th, 2018, from the Bronx. She is also missing. Chelsea Coble went missing on May 6th, 2016, from Brooklyn, New York. She is also missing. Brian Jenkins went missing on April 19th, 2015, from Albany, New York. He is also missing. Sean Lowry went missing on July 2nd, 2022, from Nyack. He is also missing. Terry Sean went missing on July 22nd, 2022, from Spring Valley, New York. She is also missing. Nicole Moranka went missing on August 18th, 2017, from Ithaca, New York. She is also missing. Edward Rodriguez went missing on the year of 2015 from Buffalo, New York. He is also missing. Nisha Umar went missing on August 13th, 2024, from New Amsterdam, New York. He is also missing. Abel Cordova went missing on September 17th, 2024, from Reed, California. He is still missing. So we have 21 cases right now. So let's get right to our breaking news now. Michelle Labardi went missing on February 19, 2025. She has been found. Yes, she has been found. Amen to that. Ryan McCoy went missing on March 6, 2025. He was like 15 years old, and between Hope Alive, the mom, we have found him. He had found him, and I actually spoke to him the other day, and I told the young man, me and you are going to see each other on the basketball court. He's a basketball player. So he has been found. Fiona Riley went missing on February 22nd, 2025. She has been found today. Yes, she has been found along with her boyfriend, Travis B.S., who went missing on February 22nd. He also has been found. Fiera Schultz went missing on February 26th, 2025 from Albany. She is still missing. She is only 16 years old, everybody. Let's get it out there. So let's get right to our events that's coming up. This Friday at 12 p.m., we are having a commercial shoot, the brand new commercial of Hope Alive 845. If you want to be a part of the commercial, go to our website, www.hopealive845.com, and click on the events, and you can sign up for it right there. Serious inquiries only. Don't say you're going to come, you don't come, because then it's going to make you look bad, not me. But make sure you show up, everybody. Who wants to be involved with it? It's at 12 p.m. this Friday. Commercial shoot. We're looking for 5 volunteers. 5 volunteers to join the commercial shoot. March 22nd, right here at our office at 6 p.m. We have individual services for all the businesses around the nation. So come out. We have the candles here. Let's say a prayer. Let's say them all in our hearts, so we can they April 5th is a hot dog with a cop. Can't wait for that one, boy. Am I going to get fat? I probably will. But at 1 p.m. is Hope Alive 845 kickball team versus the law enforcement. I can tell you right now, we're going to win. So, because they cannot run. So, we're going to win. So, April 5th, that's at Monticello High School. So, make sure you come out there, support your favorite team. Come out and get some free hot dogs, free bag of chips, soda, water. Have fun. It's a family day. April 19th, we have the Easter Drive. Now, Easter Drive is we are connected with the Woodburn Fire Department, and how the Easter Drive works, it's like a toy drive. Not a toy drive, it's like a treat. You line your cars up. When the kids come, we give them the basket. They have to hop to each car to get candy. And at the end of the car, then they go into the Easter egg hunt with the Woodburn Fire Department. That is April 19th, 12 p.m. that starts. On the same day at 5 p.m. at our office, meet and greet. Meet and greet. If you own a business, you want to come out and switch cars with other businesses, please come by. It's free. We like to see everybody pop up. May 17th, we have the mystery box over at Woodbridge, New York, at the church. So make sure you come out and support the church as well. And then we go into June 7th. We have the volleyball tournament. It was a great one last year. Hope Alive made it to the championship, but we lost against Liberty Astros. So we're coming back this year. July 19th, we have the Music Fest. A lot of bands coming out, everybody. A lot of bands coming out. There's limited spots for vendors. So if you do register to be a vendor, make sure you pick up your phone and answer when we call you. We've been calling a few of them, they don't answer. So why sign up? That is July 19th, and a bike run, a poker run. We are having starting from Orange County all the way up to Sullivan County. Then we go into August 9th. We have the single elimination kickball tournament. Last year, TMC Solution won it last year. And great team, a bunch of young kids. But now Hope Alive is coming this year. So watch out, TMC Solutions. That is run by Mr. Thomas Crump. And he's always bragging to me that this team's going to get it again. So we're going to see about that. August 16th, we have the Community Unity event. Community Unity. And what that is, all kinds come. All kinds come with a fashion show and everything. We are all together. We all bleed together. We're all human beings. So that is August 16th at Morningside Park. Then August 20th, Hope Alive 845 5-year anniversary celebration at our office. There'll be a big cake here. Public, stop by, grab a piece of cake, grab a cup of coffee, whatever you want to do. Come meet the Hope Alive staff. That's all behind the scenes. So that's August 20th from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And then we go into September 27th. Every year, we do the awards night. Last year, me and Tameka Harris, we did a duet last year. And it was a lot of fun last year, too. This year, man, our lineup, the return of Ryan Weber is going to be there. We have a Latin female singer coming. Now, she's been selling now over in Orange County. Now she's coming to our place now. We have the Clicky band coming, a new band coming. We have a 16-year-old female from Middletown High School coming to perform. I heard her video. This girl is good. She is good. And we also have Tameka Harris going to be there. I believe so, yes. So, are we going to do a duet again? Who knows? But I know me and my daughter is doing a duet, though. Now, we're doing Shallow. That's going to be a lot of fun. So that is, tickets go on sale April 1st, by the way. And the Up the Game dinner is included at this event. So thank you to Casamia for being involved with this and that one. So that is September 27th, everybody. So make sure you come out and support it. So and then from there on, we have the holiday traditions. You know, we have the podcast with Santa Claus on December 24th. You know, Santa with a picture with Santa Claus on December 20th, and therefore on. You know, so support Hope Alive 5. So tonight, not only are we talking to Tameka Harris, you know, which is probably gonna get deep. It's probably gonna get deep, you know. So, but we are giving away things tonight. If you go to, we have a QR code up there. If you want to donate to Hope Alive Era, $10 or more, you get a free gift from Hope Alive Era. Probably get it out to you immediately. So click on that code there. Donate to Hope Alive Era 5. Let's get it going. So we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be with Tameka Harris. Welcome back to Hope Alive Lounge. Yes, the lounge. We have a new lounge. And we got our first guest on the first show live is welcome Tameka. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So we'll get right to the point. We're gonna jump right to it.
Oh, Jesus.
Lord Jesus, that's right. So first question is, how are you holding up?
A lot better. February is really rough. And I think February is rough because Shanice and I usually have about 25 days that we're the same age before I transition into my elder sisterhood, or whatever you want to call it, before I have my birthday. So I know, as I was telling my mom, I miss her terrorizing me during those 25 days, so that was rough. And I think too, this year I experienced a milestone birthday, and then I know hers is shortly thereafter. So I turned 40 this year. So next year, she would have turned 40. So, I think that it takes a lot of self-awareness and just getting the help that I need right now, and being mindful of that like I'm okay, but I know I'm not okay at the same time.
So let's go back to May 29th, 2017. Let's take us back. Take us back to this. Like, a lot of people don't know. I know, but a lot of people don't know how it all started. I know your mom and dad was in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
She was out.
Yeah.
She was out having a good time.
That night before, I think, or was that
night before?
Yeah, the night before. I know. So the day before, I saw her. I didn't even see her, but I spoke to her. I remember calling her. I went to my mom's house. She asked me for something from Dunkin'. And her girlfriend at the time came downstairs and grabbed it. She didn't come downstairs, so I called her and I was like, "Hey, it's Memorial Day weekend. Do you want to fire up the grill?" My parents had just gone Florida. I had just graduated college. You know, we were all just kind of hanging out. And she said, no, I got something to do tonight. I'm going to go out for a little bit. And I was like, oh, well, you suck. You should probably want to spend time with me.
Yep.
You know, she didn't really feel the same. So early September 29th, I woke up. I was going to do laundry. I remember it was a Monday morning, and because I was off, and you know, got the kids on the bus and everything. Went to go do laundry. Laundry machine was broken. So you know, when you have a significant moment that changes your life, you usually know exactly where you are. You can always go back to that moment. I was in line at Home Depot. Actually, rewind that. I was at the house and just realized my washing machine had broke.
That was May 29th.
And it was 9 something in the morning, and a text message from her then girlfriend came to my phone and said she never came home last night.
Now, she was a homebody.
Yeah, she was not necessarily a homebody, right? She's like me. We go out, we have our fun, but we make sure we're home at night. You know, we never really were the type of people that would stay outside of our house. That's where our beds are. So kind of like you go where your bed is.
I'm the same way too.
Very old school, traditional type of bringing up. So that was very odd, especially for Shanice. And then on top of that, for her girlfriend not to be with her was very, very, like, that's very suspicious. What do you mean? So then, you know, we go to Home Depot, get the washing machine. I'm trying to call her. Nothing. No answer. You know, it's not even ringing. It's going straight to voicemail. I'm like, what the heck is going on with this girl? You know, so it's 9 a.m. and I'm thinking, okay, well, it's Memorial Day weekend. Maybe she went out and partied, and you know, she liked to drink sometimes. So maybe she crashed at one of her friends' house. Maybe her and her girlfriend argued. What if she would want to go home, make everybody worry? You know what I mean? It was about a little bit before noon. I would say about 11. I called my dad. I said, I don't know what to do. And I don't want to say anything wrong yet. So he said, call the police. So I called Monticello PD. The actual, you know, phone line. And I was told, I don't know who I spoke to, but I was told, you have to wait 24 hours before you can report someone missing.
Now, remind everybody, 24 hours is not the law to report a missing person.
Yeah. So I said 24 hours. He said, yeah, 24 hours. I remember it was a gentleman. And I was like, so I called my dad back, let him know what they said. You know, I knew something was up, and I know this seems elementary, but when her Snapchat story, it has 24 hours, when it disappeared. And there was still no, you know, sign, no, nothing. You know, I had asked her girlfriend at the time, you know, when's the last time you saw her last night? And she said, I had to wait, in my mind, I had to wait until 8 to report this. And he's an adult. So I showed up a little early at the sheriff's department with her girlfriend. And I told them my sister is missing. And then I was asked, why did you wait so long to report her missing?
And that's where the nightmare started.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I had to give a description of what she wore. I wasn't there, so I had me and her girlfriend, and I told the detectives at the time, I said, you take her in that room and you get everything out of her that you know.
This is the girlfriend.
Yeah, it was like, there's something off about this whole story. I don't understand. I don't know. But, you know, it's crazy because the night before, you know, when I had said, let's come over and grill and everything, I'm never one to watch shoot 'em up, bang, bang movies.
Mm-hmm.
But that particular night, I was married at the time, we watched John Wick. And I can tell you, I thought it was the movie, but I had such like a ache in my heart and my stomach. Like I was sick to my stomach that night, and I couldn't tell you why. Right? And like hindsight is 2020. I think it's because of whatever was happening was going down at that moment. It was like 10, 11 o'clock. I just was not feeling good at all. And I blamed it on the movie, but I think because Shanice and I were so close in age and things of that nature, you know, I think I felt my sister. Whatever she was going through at that time, I believe that I was feeling it now. I truly, truly do. Because I have never gotten that sick from watching like a movie.
John Wick's a tough
I've
movie, too.
never, right, but I've never experienced that feeling. It was like a very deep, gut wrenching feeling. I don't even know how to say it, but it was just not.
So now, I hope Alive got involved because we saw your post.
Right, so
Well, I wasn't Hope Alive at the time.
No. So I end up, I think that was the hardest part, right? Getting the missing person thing going. And then I called my dad and I said, we have to tell mom now because now it's a real thing. It was before 10 o'clock, actually. And I remember, and I'll never forget it because, like I said, they were down in Florida and my dad told my mom with me on the phone. And shortly after we told my mom, there was a commercial on the TV where she was at, and it said, it's 10 p.m., do you know where your children are? And I heard my mom break. Like, the mother I knew was no more. She was no more. And then I had to, there was no guidance. It was kind of like, thanks for giving us all this information. Go ahead.
Okay.
The loneliness and like no direction whatsoever. So I had to build a post regarding my missing sister, and then I put it out there, and it was shortly after you're in my DMs. I think it was not even an hour, like because it was pretty late in the day that I even posted that. But I had to wait until I had the missing person report for it to all kind of just settle in. Like I'm actually doing this.
Yeah, man. So now we got the missing report out there. We go to the first year, and your mom raised awareness at Morningside Park. I won't forget that one because I was there. So was the girlfriend.
Yeah.
She was there as well. And something was odd with her. You know, me, Brett, you know how you get that bad vibe?
Yeah.
I had the whole time. You know, and when we took, I still have that picture too.
Mm.
The girl was the only one smiling. You know, so how was their relationship, your girlfriend and Shanice? It was, from what I hear, it was rocky between both of them.
It was definitely rocky. It was definitely rocky. I think a month prior to my graduation, Now that I think I know, a month prior to my graduation, I stopped talking to Shanice because he was like, she's crazy. And if you're going to choose her, you can have her. And that's just me being fully transparent and honest. And
As
I
you
had
should
a
be.
conversation with my sister Latoya right before my graduation, a couple of weeks before my graduation, and she said, "You need to make this right."
So the girlfriend was very overprotective, from what I hear. She didn't like Shanice having no friends, especially guy friends, no less.
I'm just kidding. I don't know too much of the ins and outs of the relationship in that regard. I mean, I just know, jealous people are just jealous. They're jealous of anything. They're jealous of the sun when it's shining on you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you can't, like, it's just, you'll never make them happy. Even, like, jealous of your own family being around you. You know what I mean? Like, jealous people are just jealous.
So now we go into, excuse me, her car was found.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was going through your mind when that car was found? It had to have been hard.
I was thinking we were finally going to get the answers.
When her phone was
I
found.
thought that it was over. I thought that it was over.
And we did, I know, because I was with them out there, we did multiple searches.
Yeah. Yeah.
Multiple searches, and it's hard to tell if now we have nothing.
Yeah.
It's tough. To never go on past a year, which usually in a year, sometimes they're found easy.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going into the second year. How's your emotions getting after the first year?
I was strong for a while.
You was too.
I was strong for a while, and I continued with my schooling. And I wanted to go back and continue, right? And I think now I'm able to. But then I think at some point you can be too strong. Like, you can't ignore what's going on. You can only ignore what's going on for so long before you actually need the help. And go figure, I'm going to school to become a music therapist at the time. And we do this exercise in the middle of class, and I literally broke. And I felt everything all at once. And when I drove away from that place, I never went back.
Mm.
And that was the beginning of my healing. That I thought, because I had lied to myself so long, I'm okay, I'm okay.
But you're really not.
Until I realized I wasn't.
I've been watching the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I watch her on TikTok. I watch everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You can see a pattern change.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Outside can see it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see it, but an outsider can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they know you.
Yeah. No, I definitely went through the trenches for a while there. Yeah. And I don't want to say I was in denial of help. I knew that I was on that little brink. I embraced the breaking, and I just went with it. And didn't get help still, so I kept going in the opposite direction.
What about you? What about you?
Right? Until then, and I'll just be fully transparent. I was brought to my knees, and I had an encounter with Christ, and my whole
You've been doing very well for yourself too.
lately, right?
Those weights up, yeah.
So the change, and I can only be true to who I am as a person, but it took the encounter with Christ, the encounter with God. So you think Shanice went missing 2017, and I ran into 2022, October 2022, October 14th, 2022. You know what I'm saying? And that's when the lifestyle and everything that I was running from caught up to me. And I literally had an encounter with God, and I was like, it's time to get healthy.
That's a good point.
You know? But that, I had to go, but I went low for a while.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Tameka Harris. Don't go nowhere, because there's a lot more that's going on that people should know who Shanice really was. She was a human being that needs to be found. Mm-hmm. So we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Okay, we are back again. Welcome to Hope Alive Lounge. Tonight we have Tameka Harris, the sister of missing Shanice Harris. So, quick break there. Mm-hmm. Needed it.
Yeah.
Needed it. So, the past 2 years, mm-hmm. We're going to the third year. Mom really handled it hard. Spoke to her countless times. You know, so what was your mom going through when she came home? She changed a lot.
She did change a lot. I mean, and as she should. It was a difficult, and it still is a difficult process to watch. You know, when you walk around not knowing, when you walk around and there's no clear answer. You know, Shanice is my sister. Shanice is her daughter. So many times I try to place myself in her shoes and try to see it from the angle of a mother. Because how? The fact that she gets up every day and she's able to function and live without the answers. Like, this is the type of pain that, unless you experience it, you will never understand it. But it's also the type of pain that you would never wish even on your worst enemy.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Nobody would ever understand how it is. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, even though we run an organization, I still don't understand. And I never will, because I'm not in them shoes. Mm-hmm. You know, and you have a big family.
Yeah.
Right now. 7?
Yeah, 7. 7 of us.
7, and one piece is missing right now.
Yep.
And like I said, me and your dad talk a lot. You know, we've been to a few things together, out places, and I see the hurtness in him.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me upset. Watching him upset.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and your mom, it's tough for her mom, with your mom. It really is. You know, she's a mother.
She is. She is. She is in a damn good one at that. You
And
know.
a damn good, strong one too.
Yeah. Yeah. She's done her best with us. And you know, there was a time because we are a blended family. My dad has 3, my mom has 4. Um, there was a time in our lives where it was just her and us, like her and her 4 girls. You know, in the struggle, the ins and outs that brings, and things of that nature. I think during that time before she got with my dad, um, it helped us grow closer. And then my dad comes in, and you know, knight in shining armor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, there ain't no such thing as step. Anybody call him my stepdad, they can have dinner with Jesus, because that is my father.
He's a good man too.
He is my father.
He made me donuts, so I'm really happy.
Jesus.
He made me donuts, but so 3 years passed, 4 years passed,
Mm-hmm.
5 years passed. Never caught up with 8.
Yeah.
8 years now.
Mm-hmm.
What's going through your mind now? We're going 8 years.
There's a rhythm that you get into. Um, there's just a rhythm that you get into. You know when you need to support mom. You know when you need to be a little bit more sensitive. You know when you kind of have to guard yourself. Because I'll tell you, a lot of the times, what people don't realize with missing persons is that you never know when you're going to see that person. And what I mean by that is you never know when you're going to run into a flyer. You never know when you're going to run into a billboard. You never know when you're going to run into these things. And it will take you off your feet. Throughout the 8 years, there have been countless moments, countless times where I have seen her poster or the billboard, and it's just swept me off my feet, and I've had to brace myself and go literally stop what I'm doing for a moment and just stand and be present in that moment to make sure, because it's like happening all over again.
We see her picture on the billboard.
That happened recently, thanks to Sean Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, her billboard was running again. I'm driving down to Middletown, minding my business, and I see my sister on this billboard.
Did you pull over?
I had to.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. I probably would have crashed.
I had to pull over and catch my breath and allow the moment. I had to be present in that moment. That's the one thing I've learned throughout this is I have to be present through those traumatic moments, because yes, I'm actually reliving this right now. And it's okay, and I'm safe. Because there's an anxiety that comes up. There's an anxiety that's produced when you're someone attached to someone who's gone missing, and it's been 8 years and they haven't been found yet. And it's unlike any type of anxiety that you could ever explain to anybody. It's always underlying in details. So you have to learn how to be present, and you have to talk to yourself really well and remind yourself you're okay. You are safe. This has already happened. And even the first time that they ran the billboard, the very first time, it's crazy. Nothing. I don't believe in coincidence. My dad jumps. So I'm working for New Hope Community at this time. We're in the WOW program, and I have a partner named Victor. I love that man. He is so cool. We still talk to this day. He was my best work partner. So he's driving this particular day, and we get on the highway. I see my dad on the highway, and at the exact same moment, we saw the billboard for the first time. Thank God I was not. My dad was driving it because he knew that it was going to be shown.
Yeah.
I had. Thank God this man was driving. This man was driving with the guys in the car.
Do you think that attorneys get enough coverage out there, enough attention? Because I mean, we go back to example, Gabby Petito.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was a Instagram star. Her whole life was on Instagram. I actually watched that movie the other night. I was curious. I was a little curious, you know, how law enforcement affected this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then it's very sad what happened to her, and like we sent our prayers out to them, but she had a lot of coverage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but now we turn over to Shanice Harris.
Yeah.
You know, okay, she's gay. So what? Who cares? She's a human being.
Yeah.
She's black. So what? She's a human being.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that we have to push to get coverage for her.
So
Or they come around
yeah.
on anniversary time.
That's a two-part question. I'll answer it in two parts. I will say that no, I do not feel that there's enough coverage, but I also feel that any missing person's family will feel that there's never enough coverage, even if you're giving them the most. I do believe that there was a lot of disservices done to my sister. I still believe that there are a lot of disservices being done in her case. While I know of the one particular detective that is working on it, and I love him regardless, his hands are tied. But I don't think that the people who are taking over the case, just to be honest, are doing their best. You know?
The detective is really good.
I love him.
I met him. I talked so many times with him.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a new detective on the case. You know, I actually met with him. Nice guy. You know, he shows a lot of concern with this.
I think too, for us in this, you tend to be bonded with whoever was there first.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of distrust. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I always side eye people.
yeah. Oh no, you have to. You have to, because some law enforcement take it seriously, and some don't.
Right.
You know, some want a paycheck.
Right.
But others, you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I think what I see a lot going on, like when we put flyers out for her, they're being taken down.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and it makes me wonder why. Why are they taking them down? Is it because do they know something
Mm-hmm.
and they don't want to get caught out there,
Mm-hmm.
or is it because you know? So it's a lot of mixed feelings when it comes down to any missing person.
Yeah.
You know, but I believe that every missing person should have a lot of coverage, a lot.
Yeah, it should be in people's faces, especially that 3-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Just remember.
Especially that 3-year-old, you know. But like I said before, it's unless you've experienced it, you're blind to it. How many times have we grown up and you know, made jokes like, yo, you're gonna be on a milk carton.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, right? And it was funny. It was funny, not realizing that these people who are putting their children on milk cartons are tormented.
Yeah.
Tormented. And you never understood that until you walk in that.
I always wonder why they took that. They stopped doing that.
God only knows.
That's because now they use plastic jugs.
Probably.
Yeah.
You put it in plastic then.
Yeah. I mean, you know, put it on Dunkin' Coffee or coffee cups.
We need to stop using plastic anyway. But
Yeah.
I digress. That's besides the point.
But now we going on 8 years coming up. You know, I know her birthday just passed.
Yeah.
You know, and And I was saying, I was talking to our producer, that I wonder what they're going through. Because I'm not in it. You know what I mean? I don't know. She's not related to me, and that I don't know. Just like we always tell everybody, we don't know the feeling. Because I remember somebody said to your family, I know the pain. My family's going through it with you. That's where my problem's at, because I would never say that because I don't know it.
And I understand that you don't know it, but you've become a champion even without knowing it, and that makes you valuable to people like us.
Well, I mean, for any kind of body in law enforcement to tell a family that.
Oh no, 1,000% you don't.
So that's where my problem's at right there.
Yeah.
And I watch your father every day. I talk to him every single day. There's been countless times I was with him at certain places. I've seen the tears come out of his eyes. I see it, and all that I can do is just grab his arm. That's all I can do, and I will pull him away from that controversy, and I'll pull him like Thomas, Mr. Crump. Let's refocus here. I know you heard. I see it. I watch you. I mean, I've seen your falls and your ups and your falls. I'm like, wow. And your mom definitely. I mean, when I see her upset, when I see her posts, I know she's upset.
Yeah.
So what I do, I go on TikTok, make some stupid video, and just send it to her.
Yeah.
And she should tell me I'm stupid. You're crazy. But many folks don't understand what you guys are, or you and your family are going through, or any other family's going through.
Yeah.
We can sit there on Facebook and scroll all day. Oh, Mr. Brother, I'm not a person. Keep scrolling. I ain't gonna lie, I did before I even started this. I don't know that person, but this is what we live in right now. The world's cruel.
It is.
It's cruel. Between sex trafficking, human trafficking, kids taken away, adults taken away for unknown reasons. Because there's sick people out there. But it takes a community to stop all that.
It does. It does. It takes your community is so important. The community that you build, that you allow around you. Lately I've been going through my own shift because for a long time, for years, I kind of was away from the community. I was doing things outside of the community, and I really feel that God is bringing me back to my community, even in spite of. Because at first it was like this, I can't trust this community. But even if I still feel and have that belief that I can't trust this community, I have to then enter the community and be somebody that they can trust. If that makes any sense.
It does.
Because there needs to be trustworthy people in this community. There needs to be people who are here to help. And not care what you look like, not care what your sexual orientation is, not care what any of those things. None of that matters. Your race, nothing. None of that matters. Is that we're here to help. We're here to help. We're here to genuinely help you.
So here's one important question for you. I know it might hit you hard. Do you feel that Shanice is still here with us?
No. I know it in
there's got to be a peace, though. There's got to be a peace that for hope that she's there.
I believe that she'll be found, but I don't believe that she'll ever be found alive.
Well, I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm
wrong. I hope you're wrong too.
I'm wrong. I really do. I hope I'm wrong, but.
But it's closure then.
It's not necessarily closure. Not necessarily closure. I'll tell you, it goes back to that night and what I felt.
I know you got some anger in you. I know you got anger, emotional, sadness, hate.
Not hate.
angry though.
You know what it is? And it's not even regarding her case, but you look at the just people and how they operate now, right? You when you experience somebody who goes missing. So I liked living in my false sense of reality before she went missing. It was a good place, you know. It really was. And I was falsely protected there, and I like that false sense of protection.
I need to go
you
join
know?
your world right now.
You know, but then when she went missing, you know, I had to experience a reality that I don't like at all. I don't, and not even the fact that she's missing. It's just how disgusting people are, and how cruel people are, and all is like these people are. If you have the ability, the capability to cause that much pain, what happened to you? What happened? And where did we go wrong as a community that these people are hurting in such a way that they are causing massive pain and massive destruction to entire families?
Do you think they're watching? I think they are watching. I'm sure. I mean, in any missing person case, I believe strongly that they're watching social media to see what they know, so they can make more moves away. That's what I think. That's what I think.
Maybe.
And it's sad because you see a lot of scammers out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we always tell our families, don't put your personal number out there on social media.
Yeah.
You know, we'll do that. We'll take.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping, I'm praying that this is the year that's over. Well, I mean, for her to be found.
Yeah.
You know, this is what I'm hoping, and this is what we are pushing right now. But there's only so much you can push now when it's in other people's hands. It makes it harder.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I need your mom to enjoy her life. Because she's hurting right now. She's stuck. Your father's stuck. You're stuck. You're still stuck. You might not say you're not, but you are, because you have that feeling in you. You want to know. You have to know. You need to know what happened to your sister.
I think I've made peace with it, because in situations like this, when you're waiting as long as you're waiting, right? The Bible says, hope deferred makes the heart go sick. While I do place my hope that she would be found one way or the other, whether it's on this side or the next, like, I have come to make peace with the fact that, I mean, we've already gone 8 years. So yeah, I mean, it would cause a sense of closure, but I've already made my peace with it.
Closure and justice.
Justice is, yeah, justice.
If somebody did something to her.
Justice. But I also believe that all things done in the dark will come to the light eventually, whether it be on this side of or the next. Everything will come to justice one way or the next. And I think sometimes the answer isn't what we want, right? Sometimes the answer isn't what we want it to look like. So in the case of Shanice, it's like, I love my sister. I do. And I'm pissed off that she went out that night and didn't want to barbecue with me because, you know.
It's probably a lot of barbecue.
Right.
Those steaks on the grill and everything.
But while I do love her, I know that wherever she may be, if the worst has happened, I believe she's not even worried about us. She's not thinking about us. Not saying that we shouldn't continue to look for her, to get justice for her, to kind of change policies and procedures because so that this doesn't happen again or continue to happen. But if they never find her, I have to be okay with that.
Well, you're a strong woman.
Yeah.
I tell that right at the
You're
back.
a great therapist.
What's the name? I might need it. I might need it, boy. Yeah.
But I'll tell you too, part of it, literally, and I'm not gonna be super spiritual or anything like that, but it has shaped my walk with God. It has shaped who I believe in because sometimes His no on this side of life will be a yes in eternity. You know what I'm saying? I will know what happened. I believe I'll know what happened to her one day, whether it be this side or the next. I'll see her again, whether it be this side or the next, right? I probably won't want to see her on this side, given the circumstances. If she's alive, oh, fantastic. But then we would have to go through 8 years of healing because of what has been done.
And that's been a long 8 years because you and your family struggled for 8 years. Every day, emotional.
Yeah.
Mostly emotional.
It's a lot. They call it ambiguous loss. So there's two forms of ambiguous loss. You have the first form where a lot of people who have drug addicts in their family, like the person is present, but their mind isn't there. Right? So that's one form of ambiguous loss. The second form of ambiguous loss is what me and my family deal with, where the person is present in your mind, but their body is not here. They're gone. So when dealing with ambiguous loss, either one, it's a tormenting state. It can keep you stuck, right? So I'm a big advocate for families who are going through this, getting therapy, working through the stages of grief. You're never going to be done until you know what happened. Mm-hmm. But we can't be blind and say you don't need help. You don't know where to. You shouldn't be working through this because you're still grieving. It's still a form of grief that you have to give attention to, and you can get stuck in one of those stages.
Boy, you are on point with everything, boy. You are. So we're going to take a quick break, and we be right back still with Tameka Harris. Don't go nowhere.
never smooth on the map, never see what you gonna do when you have who you with, you ain't really about that.
Yes, oh boys, we got some noises up in his office here. Holy cow. But yes, we are back again, everybody, on Hope Alive Lounge. So remember, you can donate today and save a life today. You know, so hit that QR code, go to our website, donate $10 or more, you get a free item from Hope Alive 845. Just make sure you send us your address. So we are back with Tameka Harris, the sister of Shanice Harris. Sorry, that was kind of weird. You know,
You kicking on the heat?
I didn't turn no heat on.
Oh God.
No, nothing was turned on. So it's the spirits coming out.
Ain't no spirit. I will cast them out right now in the name of Jesus. Do not play with me. When you ran into me, you ran into the wrong one. Let every spirit know in this building, within the sound of my voice, you will be casted out. In the name of Jesus. Don't play with me.
So let's talk about Shanice. How was she?
Shanice?
Let's get her inside of how she was. From what I see, she was the party.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Shanice was good. Shanice was fun. Shanice used to crash all my New Hope parties. And it was so bad that she would bring my baby sister and maybe one or two of her friends. It was so bad that every year I was at this party, they were like, "Where's your sister?" "I'm chopped liver." That's what they taught me, or treated me like, rather. But Shanice was very loving to her family. Very loving to her family. She loves her mother. Most of all.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah,
A lot of
loves her mother most of all, most especially. My mom always used to say that was the boy she never had. You know, Shanice was very rough and tough and everything, but it doesn't matter about her exterior because inside she was still that little girl. I don't care. Shanice's favorite people in the community to look out for were the elderly. And find an older woman and attach herself to her and, you know, get groceries for her, whatever she needed. And I remember when we grew up, she would go to one of the elderly ladies in the community and just go on a Saturday and help her out. She would get cookies and stuff like that. She always had a heart for the elderly.
It was a big heart.
Yeah, you know, she was very attached to our great-grandmother, too. So I think that's where it came from. She was very attached to our great-grandmother and very loving towards us. I mean, we did the normal things. We fought and everything like that.
Supposed to,
you know, we was always fighting for power, her and I, because we were the two oldest out of 7. So she swore up and down she's the oldest, but truth be told, I am.
I saw a lot of pictures of her with the family. I'm like, yeah, she looked like the life of the party.
Absolutely. If there was no party and she started, it was a party. If the party was already going and she came in, forget it. We're blowing the house off the roof.
I saw her with pictures with her the black suit on.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, was that a birthday party or a graduation party?
Which one?
It was like, it looked like a club.
Did she have the tie?
Yeah.
Oh, that was my Uncle Justin's wedding. Yeah, that was a time.
She was having a lot of good time.
That was a time.
Yep.
There's videos I can never post, but
yeah, no, we don't want to see them.
No, I mean, but you know, they're good. It's just those are for us. But when I say we always had a good time. We always had a good time. You know, she was always there to protect her family, to protect her nieces and nephews. She would take the boys out all the time, make sure they got a good lineup, make sure they had good clothes. You know, she started to love on her little nieces and everything like that. She was a family girl, you know.
She was also updated too on her gear.
She was stylish, so stylish, fashionista to the max. You know, she put these men out here to shame. I mean, she did wear, masculine clothing or whatever. But whatever she did it right. And was always on point.
So you miss her, don't you?
Every day. Every day. That was, she used to say, I am my sister's keeper.
That tattoo on her, the prayer hands.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the prayer hands she has on?
The prayer hands, yeah, those were from my grandma.
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. And she had another one, a written one.
Philippians 4:19.
That's what you had too, right?
Philippians 4:13.
So what does that mean?
I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And
see me.
What is that?
Loyalty.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh yeah. Yeah, respect.
Okay. Loyalty explains Shanice. That's the perfect word for her.
She's very loyal to her family.
Extremely, not just to her family though. Anybody she considered family.
I heard a lot of stories about her, that how she was, and the life of the party, and very outgoing, and and then when they said she was homebody, I'm thinking, what does that mean? Because I was so I hadn't even heard of that before until they started explaining to me that she'd never seen nobody's house. It had to be her own bed.
Yeah, no, she had to come home. She was home at night. You know what I mean? And she enjoyed her time in the house.
So now I'm gonna go to her girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
She's missing, and the girlfriend takes off. She don't even worry about her phone, but she's gone now.
Mm-hmm.
Blocks everybody.
Yeah, disappears off the face of the earth.
So if you had a girlfriend, your girlfriend went missing, you would have stayed in contact with the family, make sure that any news comes up.
You would assume.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this is day one.
You would assume.
Yeah.
If you allow time to, people will show their character and who they truly are.
And she sure did.
And I think a lot of into trouble is because we don't give it time for people to show who they are, and then when they do show who they are, we don't believe what we see. I think you can think of many incidences where this young woman would show who she was, and we didn't believe her. Right? We didn't believe her because Shanice was blinded by love.
Which could happen.
We gave her grace. And so she told us who she was without even opening up her mouth when everything's said and done. Like I said, if you allow people's actions to speak, it'll tell you everything you need to know. Then we have to take the information and believe it.
I had a bad feeling in the beginning.
Yeah, I know. I remember you and I having many conversations, and I remember telling the detectives, no, you gotta question her.
Yeah.
You guys actually do some get in there and do what you need to do.
Yeah.
I remember I was not leaving because I was like, things don't feel good.
I had that feeling when I took her with me. When I took her with me, and we went out to Ellenville to do a search. And I'll never forget this either. She had another phone, and she got out yelling, Shanice, Shanice. But then, before that, we was in Monticello, and a couple of areas looking for her. She wouldn't get out of the car, but she was on her phone. See, I caught that. So myself says, you know what, let me reverse this here. Then I took her to Ellenville. So I knew that she was from Ellenville. So they put to Ellenville. Then she got a car.
Yeah, I also think for her, she was dealing with quite a bit of fear from maybe knowledge that she had that we didn't know she
Yeah.
had. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say.
But then she takes off and well, she blocks the family. And I never understood that. I didn't understand, like, why would you do that? But why would you take some of Shani's stuff too?
Because a cheetah don't change its spots. You will eventually be proven who you are. Your
Yeah.
actions will tell the
No,
truth
they're
about
gonna.
you every time.
They're gonna.
Right?
They're gonna. I feel for you guys right now. You know, I know we're doing all weekend. You know, but right now we're locked because we're waiting on the other half to see what they're gonna do right now. So you're changing your whole life around now we're you now. You've been performing for us all the time.
Mm-hmm.
A great old voice you have there.
Mm-hmm.
You run a, was it Zumba or Tumba?
Zumba.
Zumba, there you go, Zumba.
So yeah, I'm a Zumba instructor and a person. What is it? What do they call it? A personal trainer. There you go.
You look good now. You look really good.
Thank you. I'm getting out of my winter body right now, but I also will not apologize for where I'm at because I'm proud of where I am.
I mean, watching you on TikTok, boy, you be like, yeah. That's what people would do at her. Yeah.
I know. I be seeing you when you stalk me.
I did that one duet with you. I did that one duet with where you slide through it.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
saw it.
See,
You be going deep too. You be going really back there.
Yeah. It was that if I was sitting like you, I probably would have ran to the wall. You know, so I did the wall, the wall dance.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
I thought I was gonna break my hips.
See?
So, but they challenged me, so I did it.
And then he challenged me. Everybody, let it be known. I did not take him up on that challenge. Just like, no, man. I got 80s babies knees.
Yeah, man, I'll be 52 years old.
Okay.
My legs will break.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I pop, lock, and drop it in Zumba. That's about it. I get paid to do that.
So now you're doing Zumba.
Mm-hmm.
You're still performing.
Yeah.
You know, and now you're acting.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you gonna be doing in life?
Whatever I feel like. Honestly, I am a true blue performer. I've stopped denying that about myself. That's what brings me joy. I do believe that whatever God has for me involves a stage, even though, and I don't do it for, accolades or anything like that. That's just where I find my joy. There's nothing like, putting on a play or something and looking out and just people being happy to be there. And also live music, live performances. There's something about live theater and live performances, like live music. It's an art. It's an art. And we've lost touch with that art, So anytime I do get a chance, it's just what I love to do. I think throughout this process, the one thing that I've learned is to not deny who I am, and to live a full life. Because if my sister's life was cut short, the biggest thing that I could do is not waste my life, but to live a full life, so full that it even includes her in it everywhere that I go. She's there if I mention her name. You know what I mean? People will know who she is. They'll know more about her story the more that I do.
So what can the public do now that we're going into 8 years? Do they continue sharing out flyers? Do they continue praying? 1,
always continue to pray. 2, share your story, but everybody's story. I would even say before you share the story, if you so feel led to, donate to places like Hope Alive 845 that are out here actively making a difference in the community. So then this way we can get the funding that we need in order to get the resources that we need in order to be more thorough and to do, work with a spirit of excellence. I mean, you can do so much, but the seed helps.
We need a lot of seeds right now.
Mm-hmm.
But so now we have the boards come up. The boards night coming up. You go before?
Mm-hmm.
Where
I
is
was
your?
volunteering.
I didn't do that. What is your plan for the awards night?
My plan for the awards night?
Have a good time, right?
Yeah, that's it. Last time, what? This
we had a
past
blast.
year, it was so fun. Domingo invited me out. My favorite thing to do, if nobody knows this yet, is to dress up. I do modeling as well. I love to dress up. I just love.
Oh, you're looking sharp that night.
Listen, okay. I will stop all of traffic.
But that's why I had to jump in a white suit that night.
I saw. He did justice.
Yeah.
He did us all justice that day.
That was a great night. And I still got the video too.
Yeah.
I still got the video. That was a fun night. All the artists were great that night.
Yeah.
We had the prisoner Rodney Dangerfield there. That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But this year we're stacked.
Mm-hmm.
We're stacked.
Yeah, and I love the fact that there's new performers coming.
Yep.
I love it. I just love it. I've always loved what you've done because you've taken this topic that's so heavy, and you've created a platform where we can just come and have fun.
Well, did you hear about the music fest coming up?
Yes. So Malcolm.
Oh,
has,
so you know. Yeah.
Malcolm and my bestie Tiffany have reached out to me, and they let your girl know. So I know already.
Yeah. Malcolm hit me up yesterday, and we were talking, and I'm actually going down to H-Pack.
Beautiful.
To be which I went there before to meet them.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I hear, they got rid of a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Back then. So we was gonna have a thing over there. We were gonna do last year. We were gonna do Kids Got Talent.
Oh, okay.
But then whatever happened over there, everything just fell.
Mm-hmm.
So now Malcolm reached out. He knew we had the music fest coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna conjunct with H-Pack now on the music fest.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Janet Harris is such a blessing. She has been a blessing in my life. That's all that I can say is outside of her and my time there while I was working there, I met some pretty amazing people that I've been able to take on my journey through life. So yeah, that's very nice to hear.
I told Malcolm because it was funny how he connected with me again.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the gas station.
Oh, okay.
And also I hear somebody yelling, thinking, "Oh, Malcolm, what's going on?" He says, "I want to talk." I'm like, "What? What?" And then he started talking, like, I'm interested. So then I told him the other day, I still missed that song you sang. He said, "What's something? Tongue ties." He said, "Stop." I'm like, "No, that was the jam back then."
Yeah, it was.
I look forward to the music fest coming up. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Then we have the Community Unity Day.
Yes,
that's gonna be interesting.
That. Yeah, I hear you're having a fashion show.
Yep.
Okay, that's nice.
So I can't wait. First time doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know nothing about it, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're off to the awards night. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. No, I think it's a pretty, jam-packed year, but I think it's beautiful. I think that it's good that you keep the community at large in your mind whenever you're doing these events. It's nice. It gives people something to do, and it's for a good cause. It really is.
Well, I love how you changed your life around.
Thank you. It took some work,
I know it did.
And I think to becoming a health coach, I might not, have my credentials to be a therapist just yet, but becoming a life coach has helped me take the experiences that I've had, and not only to help myself, but I can help those that I encounter on a day-to-day basis.
And you would be a good one.
Yeah.
Because through it. They're going through it. You know, people who go through it has a better chance of making it better than people who are going through it still. You know, that's like what the program we have with the adults.
Yeah.
You know, they don't. We made this program for families like you that's going through it now. Families like the Hendershot family, whose daughter was on deceased. They talk to each other in a group. They understand each other because they're all going through it. They already went through it. A counselor wouldn't know what to do in that situation because they're not going through it, but they're going to get paid a lot of money. And that's why we built this free program for the adults. You know, also with teenagers right now, because after looking so long with runaway kids, you know, one was just found out like that we're involved with. The system is broken.
It is.
Broken bad.
It is.
These kids, they need companionship. They need someone that's going to be there for them, not for a paid check. You know what I mean? If the kids can get shown more, whatever's going on at home, that's the reason why they're in there. But while they're in there, show them compassion. Show them that you are there for them. Not to say, lights out. You know, that's the problem with the system.
Yeah, there's a severe lack of mentors, a severe lack of mentorship. People just want answers. They want to be seen and heard, especially with the teenagers, which is why they freak out and then break out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is because there's a disconnect in that area, you know. And even, you know, we'll talk after, but you know, mentorship is a big thing. It's what we're lacking as a community. Because everything that we're exposed to is so unhealthy.
Yeah.
These days, it's very rare to come across healthy, and what does that look like? You know, and if you've never been exposed to what does healthy look like, when you finally are exposed to it, it feels foreign and it feels wrong. When that's not the case, you know.
Yeah, just like I think the schools should be educating these kids about running away, sex trafficking, human trafficking, drug addiction.
Yeah.
You know, instead of teaching about politics, let's teach them the real stuff. You know, am I against politicians? No, I'm not. Some are, yes. I feel that when it comes down to elections, good example, when they attack each other, you're showing our youth it's okay to bully. It's okay to bully. You know, because we're adults and we can go bully our opponent. So it's okay that you kids go do it too. That's how I feel about it. You know, meanwhile, you guys show leadership. You know, show why you're here, what you could do to help our youth. So it's our youth.
There is a breakdown with youth, just in general.
Now you have kids. You have a teenager, right?
I have children, and I have teenagers.
And I'm sure you're drawing them about everything, every day.
Huh?
I'm sure that you're drawing them about what's going on in the community.
But it starts at home, and I think the breakdown is like, right, my eyes were opened to because of my experience, right? In therapy, they call it lived experience. Even in the corporate world, lived experience is a big thing now, right? So you live this and you did it. You might not necessarily have a degree, but we're actually going to take you over the person who has a degree because you lived this. It's a real thing, right? So lived experience, because I've lived through this experience, I know how I need to speak to my children. I know what they should probably know, right? As opposed to somebody who has now no lived experience in certain areas. They're not going to think to have these conversations with their children.
Amen. You're right. And I think all the families out there, excuse me, pay attention to this, because it's very important that you speak to your children about what's going on right now in communities, in the world. You know, social media is a big problem for kids. You know, you have to pay attention to your kids right now, because there's predators out there that will snatch your kids 1, 2, 3 and then you'd be sitting here just like Tameka's right now. And we don't want to see that.
And I think it's okay too, not to be harsh, but to understand discipline, and maybe even if you need to get educated on what does that look like, and learn how to discipline children properly. We're not talking about putting hands, right? But like learn how to say no and shut that phone down. And if they're in a group of people, put your foot down.
Shut it down.
Put your foot down. I mean, I think that there's a lot of people who are just scared to put their foot down when it comes to raising our youth, but we have to protect them.
But that's also because the system's broken.
Of course, but we're their first line of defense. We are their first line of defense.
Yeah.
They are. If you live in my house, you're my responsibility.
I'm not going to there. I'm not going to there with you.
You're not invited anyway. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that there's many, many different moving parts that we can talk about as far as supporting our youth and helping develop them. But the one thing I will say is children love routine, and it doesn't matter if they're a big kid or a little kid, and they love to be heard. They love to be have time spent with them. Even if you think that your teenager is not paying attention to you, rolling their eyes and you're making them sit in the living room with you.
Yeah.
They love that. They will tell you that they hate it and that they hate you too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
yeah.
they love that and they need that. They
And the most
need that
important thing
presence.
too, if you are a single mom or father,
Mhm.
and you have a new girlfriend, new boyfriend, listen to your child.
Yes.
If they have a bad vibe about that person,
Yes.
listen to. Look, I get it. A lot of single people don't like to be alone, but listen to your child
Yeah.
because they know, they can sense all that.
Yeah, and stop dating out of desperation. Stop dating out of
Exactly.
desperation. Because
Exactly.
it will get you into places
That you don't want to
that
be
you
at.
don't want to be at, especially if you do have children. Even if you don't have children, like learn to love yourself
Yeah.
enough to not date out of desperation. This world is kooky. It's wild and whack. And people will ghost you. And let me tell you something about the dating world. Being ghosted and having a missing sister.
That's gonna come up.
To the men who have ghosted me and I have a missing sister, please go get therapy.
Yeah. So whoever dates Tameka, she is a missing person sister. Okay, and yeah, no,
It's a real. That is traumatic.
yes,
That is
yes.
so traumatizing. That is so traumatizing.
I can only imagine what you were going through when because you told me this before. I held in my laugh because
It's so comical, but
it is, but at the time I'm like, okay, I didn't know what to say, but so Tameka was gonna date somebody. Her sister's missing. The guy got freaked out.
he ghost me.
He actually ghosted her. Bye. Off social bye.
Like gone.
But that happened. That happens now.
It's happened more than once, and please get there. Yeah, no, it's happened more than once that I've gotten ghosted. And the first, by the way, like
There's
this
that
is a
thing.
very
By the way.
traumatic thing for me. Do not ghost me, and then do exactly that. But you know what? People like that, please go get therapy before you start dating. If you are a ghoster,
Please take her advice. Please.
because you don't know what people are dealing with,
Right.
and you don't know that the last ghosting put me in therapy like big time. I'm not joking, that emotional trigger, but it was good because it promoted so much healing from that. Like I was like, okay, God, I'm done being dumb. I got it, right? So it did promote and trigger a healing instead, like a healing with depth. So I'm very grateful that actually happened now, looking back at it.
But the question is, why did they ghost you?
Huh?
But why did they ghost you?
Cousin.
Is it because maybe they think, well, maybe she's a murderer or something, and they leave?
God only knows what's going on through people's
You know,
heads when they decide to ghost you.
That's funny though, because I remember before I met mine, I was having an affair, and somebody said to me, "What's your nationality?" I'm like, Puerto Rican Italian. Bye. Bye. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. Bye. You're okay. Bye. You know, so guys and females, they have this a certain way.
Yeah.
You know, a
No,
certain way.
everybody, people, it doesn't matter your gender. Everybody
Right.
does it. Everybody does it. Everybody does it.
I thought something wrong with me. Like, wait a minute, hold up here. What are you talking about?
No.
But then when you told me your story,
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before until that night. I'm thinking, wow, whoa.
I don't care. I think it's you know, looking back at it, you have to be able to laugh at dark things when you're in this.
But does that bother you though?
What?
Like, if you like somebody, and also you tell them, man, well, you know, here's another side of me that you don't know about, and all of a sudden, zoom, they're gone. But you like the person, so now they just ghost you. Now, how do you feel about? I mean, I know it's comical. It really is. You know, but at that time, it's not comical.
No.
Because at the time, you're thinking,
hurtful.
what did I do wrong? Does that bring your self-esteem down? Or it just makes you like, what the hell did I do?
I will never say what the hell did I do. I will not. You know what I'm gonna say is one, what the hell is that person going through? Right? That they can't have an adult conversation.
Right.
Right? But also, like, I'm gonna go get therapy. I am, because you know, your self-esteem does take a hit, but then also it's like, what did I say before? You know, time will prove somebody's character and who they are. You know, people, you have to believe people's actions, not their words.
I still that about though, because I mean, I think
It's hysterical.
I'm sure.
It's hysterical. I should just build a platform based off of that. Just like, because it's so funny. I don't know why.
So we're gonna take a quick break. We come back. If anybody has any questions, our producers waiting for questions. We come back and answer any question you may have. So we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. What a night so far. So we are opening up the portal. I'll be my goals now. We are opening up the chat rooms for any kind of questions you may have. So you have 5 minutes to ask some questions, and we'll be answered. And then we are going to wrap it up for the evening into Sunday. So let the questions begin. So we're here with Tameka Harris, the sister of Shanice Harris, who's been going through a lot, not only with a missing girl, sister, but getting ghosted too. So that's a whole new topic right there.
I just think
Well,
it's hysterical.
She says it's hysterical, and I can only imagine when I heard it, I was like, oh, okay. So I was, yeah, no, I get it. But so we're gonna ask our producer, is there any questions up on the board that we can answer? No, there's no questions, so I guess there's no questions tonight.
That's
Fine,
okay.
me too.
That's all right.
Fine, me too. So Tameka, I want to thank you for coming tonight.
Thank
You're
you
our
so
first
much.
one on our first.
I appreciate that.
I was gonna try to get your mom.
Um,
You know.
Good luck.
Yeah. I was gonna try to get your dad to come too, and good luck with that too.
No, you know
He
what
works
it
a
is?
lot. He works a lot.
Yeah, my parents are finding their rhythm.
Yeah.
You know, they're finding their rhythm, and whenever I can champion them and stand in for the family and be a good representation of the family. When you see me, you see them. When you see me,
Yeah.
you see Shanice, right? So it's an honor. It really is an honor. What you do for the community,
We do our best.
and you're doing a damn good job. You really are.
You know, just like your father, I told him the other night, slow down, buddy. Slow down. You do too much.
Mm-hmm.
I worry about him. He's like my father.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I worry about him because he works at the jail. He goes right to Bethel Woods, which I'll be going there soon. There's gonna be some art season up with them. You know, I'll be seeing him a lot over there. You know, but he works so much. Your mom works so much. You know, and I get worried. You know, and your father, he cracks me up. He gets saying all the bullshit to me. You know, and then I come back like, because he never answers his phone half the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep forgetting he works so many different hours. So when I finally get through to him, I'm like, Thomas, sir, I'm going to go through this phone. I'm going to throw donuts at you in a minute. And he'd be like, I can't with you. I just can't with you. You know, but when it comes down to it, though, we know that it's serious. Here's a father that has a daughter missing, and he's out there trying to help other families.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they call a strong family.
Mm-hmm.
Helping other families. You know, and I worry about your mom a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she knew me since I was a baby.
No.
Yeah. She just my diapers. Yeah. I worry about her though. I worry about her a lot. You know, and I want this to be over for her.
Yeah, I
You
know.
For all you. For all you.
Mhm.
You know, I know we're pushing hard. But so much we can get for the sheriff's department because they're a lot too.
Mhm.
They're waiting on the other people now. It's like a big waiting game. But it shouldn't have to be a waiting game.
No, it shouldn't have to be, but I do believe that things when it happens, it's going to happen in such a way that you won't be able to deny it.
Yeah. So this is coming up. Media the way again.
Mm-hmm.
Be a lot of
I'm gonna
fun.
be up there preaching too. I'm gonna give you guys a sermon.
Well, I think the biggest moment that night was Sean Cardi.
That was such a good time. That was funny.
Any questions? No? Good.
That's okay.
Good. That's good. I don't like answer questions anyway. You know, but that was the biggest night.
Mm-hmm.
That biggest moment
Yeah.
when he froze.
Yeah.
And I remember it was me and Dad sitting there laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. You know, then he called me out.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'd like to even thank Sean Walcarty to
Yeah.
always being,
Very
a man
supportive.
of his word and being very supportive and helping Hope Alive 845
Yeah.
and even standing along the side of my family as well.
He was here yesterday.
Yeah, no, you listen, Sean, you don't get enough thanks, but I'm thanking you right now, Dr.
Dr. Sean Cardi. He's the first politician that actually stood by anything he says.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
We have a lot of respect for him.
absolutely.
He's the one who's going to be the captain for the law enforcement team.
Mm.
Should be fun. I asked him if he's going to play. He said no. I said to him, if you go in the outfield, we'll put a ghost out there.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you can run around base quick. He's like, F you. Yeah, straight point. But anyway, I want to thank you tonight.
Thank you.
We had up.
Thank you.
Not over yet.
Thank you.
So everybody, this is going to be it. So don't forget, go donate to Hope Alive April 5. Click on that QR code up there or visit our website. We're also looking for more volunteers. If you want to volunteer for Hope Alive, visit our website, click on the volunteer application, and come out to our event, support it. And remember, sharing is caring. You can save a life today by sharing one click. If you're scrolling down Facebook, just hit share. That's all it takes. Have a good night, everybody, and we will see you Sunday. Our topic for Sunday is Joseph Helt. You don't want to miss this one. Trust me. Good night, everybody. God bless.
Good
Stay
night.
safe and have a good night.